Hicks Racing Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. Thank you to our sponsors. As always, Woody's Ale House and Grille out of Towanda, PA. Wax Racing.
Hoosier MX.
And Fly Racing. We got some awesome sponsors.
Yeah.
It is Thursday, May 18th. I'm fucking tired.
It's been a minute since we've done one. We got to get more back on more consistency, but
we do.
It seems like it's already been a hectic racing season, hectic year. So
I didn't even really realize it was Thursday.
Yeah.
Until like 6 o'clock.
Palmyra, New York.
Yeah, we're going to Palmyra. Last weekend we did Broome Tioga. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then among other things that we're planning on getting into.
Yeah.
So last week we had planned on Broome Tioga because it was a dual district race with Empire and
District 3. CNY.
I always get them mixed up.
Yeah. Yep.
Got there. It was a gorgeous weekend.
Yeah.
It was kind of cold Sunday.
Yeah, a little chilly Sunday.
Like still pretty.
Saturday night, Sunday was a little chilly. Friday night and Saturday were gorgeous.
Yeah, 75.
Yep.
Almost 80.
Yep.
Not a good turnout.
Wasn't great.
No.
Wasn't great.
Like,
I felt like it wasn't a terrible turnout for racing. Practice was terrible, and there wasn't a lot of our Empire family there. That's for sure.
I think it's because it's so far away. They're like, screw it. We have all these other races up north.
Well, like we talked to when I was Michelle, right?
Michelle Jones.
Yeah, we talked to Michelle Jones.
She's the
secretary, I believe.
Or does she have a higher title?
Well, she's secretary.
She does a lot of shit.
She does a lot.
She does a lot of shit.
She should have a higher title. And I agree with her. Frozen Ocean was running, which is probably only an hour from Broome Tioga, but it was an hour closer if they're coming down from like Buffalo, Rochester,
so it's
which
north.
most all, I don't know.
North.
Yeah,
okay.
Sounds good.
Right.
But most of our Empire people are Buffalo, Rochester area, so they would be coming down through that way. And
so listen, Empire people, we drive 2.5 fucking hours every week. You can come down to our one race that's near us and suffer through because we drive every damn weekend.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your drive. I don't want to hear about your drive because you have no idea.
Yep.
So yeah, practice was like limited.
We got lots of practice in because it was just big bikes, little bikes. So we got lots of practice. They did I guess they're pretty amped up on this, on the announcing that we're on the national track. I mean, I don't.
You didn't do so like they did. You had 4 practice rounds.
Yeah, it was like 4 rounds. Yep.
And then you only did the national track on the last round, which made no sense to me because Sunday you were racing the practice. So wouldn't you have been like, hey, you're doing the entire national track?
I will say you did 3 rounds of the regular track, and then the last round I kept messing that one corner up because I was so used to going through.
That's what I was thinking too.
And like, you had to make that, you'd land the old national.
Yep.
That's the old national finish line jump there with that tail.
And then you're supposed to go straight, but then you would turn.
The normal track, the normal amateur track goes straight to the section, but for the national, you make that hard left and go up that step up, and so I kept. But I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't know if it's just because I'd say it is a bit more work prepping up that hill.
But you knew that going into this weekend.
Yeah, right. I mean, it is what it is. It's your track. I mean,
also, we spent. It was higher entrance fee to get in. It was $20 a person.
Yeah,
which instantly pissed me off.
I don't know, but I don't know. I hate splitting hairs. I mean,
so it's normally $15. That's fine. But then put a thing. I'll be like, hey, by the way, this weekend is $20. That way, I'm like, okay, I'm prepared. I got $20.
Right.
Because I get so much cash out for us every weekend.
Right.
So at least prepare me. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely
I guess,
nothing.
and to that point, they don't take card there at all.
No,
so you had
they're screwed.
Right. If they didn't, they didn't. I never saw it announced anywhere that they were the price were raised. The class price was raised also.
It was $35 a piece.
Which is something I guess Michelle was a little bit, I don't want to say irritated about, but I guess they had all discussed that, each track was going to would have charged the certain amount, and then she got there thinking about, and found out all the prices were raised too.
It was $35 a class.
It was $35.
It's normally $30.
And they don't give any, and another thing.
No discount.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a bitch and all, but They also at Broome Tioga they don't give any discount for two classes.
Which I think
Most tracks do. They give you $5 off the next
which
class.
Which is fine. That makes me happy.
I guess $5.
Oh yeah, all the money it makes me happy. It makes me giddy inside.
Spending $5.
When I'm cheap, it makes me giddy inside. All right.
Yeah, they don't give any discount for.
Yeah. So it's already automatically a more expensive weekend.
Yeah.
Because they charge more getting in, which I don't know why they charge more getting in.
I really don't know. I guess they gave away bigger dust collectors, I guess. Trophies, I call them. I don't know. I call them dust collectors at this point in time.
Yeah, well, if that's going to be the case, then screw it. I don't want one. Just keep it.
But anyway,
I'll take my $5. Yeah.
But anyway.
No, I don't know. Well, no, my thing is like, did they charge extra $5 because you were on the national track, or are they doing that for the whole season?
No, because they didn't charge that much the last race.
That was before it was bought out.
No, I think it was just because of the national track.
Okay. Yeah. What was your opinion on the national track versus the regular? It was
fun. It is a very rocky track, but I like the layout. I think Broome Tioga was fun.
I think the layout's cool. I think they need to get rid of the rocks.
Yeah, it is very rocky. And the national section was very rocky. I mean, you're going up them hills. The roost was.
When was the last time they used it?
I don't know. I think they do it. I think it's once or twice a year they do the national track, the national hill they call it. I mean, it hasn't been a national in 20 years or something.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I get it, but like,
I mean, they beat a dead horse. The announcer talked, all weekend long about that national hill, and I mean, holy crap! I mean,
I couldn't see that track being a national track, but back in its heyday,
man. I guess I'd love to see it. I would have too. I never got to go to that track.
Yeah, I'd love to
for
see
a national. I wasn't really into. The weird thing is, I wasn't really into motocross back when that was still a national track. And
so how old were you then?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
20 years ago.
I'm guessing it had to be 15. Well, I think
it was early 2000s.
I don't know. We looked it up. I want to say it was early 2000s. I want to say it was 2004, 2005.
30.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah, 30. About 30.
Yeah.
Ish.
I didn't start. I don't think of that. That doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
The math doesn't quite work for.
No, doesn't work in their head.
Yeah, because I didn't start even racing, and I never rode dirt. I never started racing until 2012.
Which makes sense then, because that's
and
before.
I was 30 something then.
You were mid-30s, I think.
Yeah.
So right around there. Yeah.
Late 20s, early 30s when I stopped racing.
Well, you just can't do your math right. You were older than you thought.
Right. Yeah, I'd love this. I would have loved to seen it when because then you could. When you go in there, you could picture it. Right now you go in there and it's just. I mean,
I hope that because it was bought out.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them.
They do a lot of
I think Tom Bird's a nice guy. I met him. He's a nice, but I think he let that track go so far down that I really hope the new owners.
I mean, it needs just some general stuff too, like expenses and I'm not saying that's not
and weed
easy.
whacking.
It's not easy, but
it's labor. I mean,
so they have like that bar /grill that isn't a bar anymore. I think it doesn't have the license for it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But can you imagine if it did?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think you'd kill it.
I don't. But I mean, obviously didn't kill it before because
they didn't put the effort into.
Yeah, I don't honestly know. I don't honestly know.
If you sat in there, you had some drinks, and then served up pizzas. Like, oh my god, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm buying a pizza Saturday night because I don't have to worry about cooking. Like,
right.
Even if I have the camper, then I don't have to worry about cooking or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that would. Because, I mean, we watched the first race of the season. We partially watched because that's another issue with that track is they have no Wi-Fi, which drives me absolutely insane.
Zero service
drives me bonkers. It doesn't bother you. Well, it doesn't bother you until you can't watch Supercross. And then you're like, oh my god.
But I wanted to watch it. I did watch it. We got enough.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I got enough. We had enough service. Yeah, I don't know.
No, but it was like they were watching it in there, but like I think they have minimal food right now, but like it would be cool if it was a full bar again. And
like I said, I don't know if they.
And here's the next issue: is probably staffing it.
Right. Yeah.
Paying a minimum, whatever it is, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure back at national time was that there?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because that would kill it there.
No.
Holy cow!
No, that wasn't there.
That's like that bar next to Unadilla.
Right,
Oh my
right.
God.
Well, I don't know if that place kills it on during the
I
weekend.
went to there multiple times and they were full every time I walked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully they put in some more.
I'd love to see. I
Work.
really hope
Yeah.
the new owners really.
I know it would be so
take it
nice to
and
have a
put
track
it.
that's that close.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But it is awful rocky.
I don't know. I like the setup. I like the layout. I mean,
I would pay to put a Verizon tower there.
I'm just fine without my phone for the weekend. You're a freaking
Again, until
addicted.
the race is on.
Right.
And then you're like, oh my God, I gotta figure this out.
That's true. Yeah, the national.
Put it on top. Put the Verizon back on top of the trailer and see if it works. And then I go.
Yeah, they did too. That was the first weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway.
So practice. You got 4 rounds and a practice on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday you did plus 30.
Plus 30B and plus 40B.
Plus 40B, and it was a dual district, so it was like kind of different.
Yep. Because
their classes.
Because like in the plus 30B, I was the only Empire guy plus 30B.
Mm-hmm.
But I left. I was on a gate with at least 10 or 15 other guys.
Yeah, because there was
because it was plus 30B and then plus 30BC and then plus I don't know. There was a bunch of classes. It was a lot of classes that District 3 has that we don't have, and
then plus 40B.
It was pretty much the same way.
There's 2.
There was 2 guys. 2. Empire plus 40B guys, but there was a pretty good gate of guys with all their classes. So
yep.
Yeah, I was very happy with my riding this past weekend.
That's because let's recap a little bit about that, because at the beginning of the season when we were doing the area, I'm so pissed off kind of because
I know what you're getting at.
In the beginning of the season at the areas you were just like sluggish and like
I was not
bad, but like, oh my gosh, what's wrong?
It wasn't. Yeah,
like, what's happening to him? And because you've been working out, it's not like you've been sitting around eating pizza all weekend.
Riding. So I knew I was not riding.
But then like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, like
2 or 3 weeks ago, I was. You came out. You woke me up and you were like, "Oh my gosh, look at this."
Yeah.
They don't. It was it's like 6:30 in the morning. I was like, "Okay."
Not even earlier now.
And you're like, "They don't have my Synthroid in my because we get our medication shipped to us every month, and you have hypothyroidism very badly. Like you're on the highest dose that they offer.
Very high dose. Yep.
So you're like, oh my gosh, my medication isn't in here. I was like, what are you talking about?
And it had to have been probably like 2 months.
Yeah. So which is when you have hypothyroidism and you don't take your medication, it's like you're very sluggish, you're very tired, you have no energy, among other.
And I always had and the weird thing was looking back, I thought to myself that and then even to make it worse, in the last couple of years, as I've been watching my diet better and working out more, my doctor took me off my blood pressure medicine, and they had actually put me back. They had switched blood pressure medicine that I used to take for my Synthroid. So.
And I don't know why they did that.
I don't either.
It's not active.
Like I remember, like I'd be at work and I'd be laying on a creeper and I'd go to get up and I would get dizzy because I know that's a symptom of low blood pressure.
And by the way, at no point did he say who just put away.
Yeah, I never. I just
I'm glad you wouldn't want to tell your wife.
I just brushed it off, and then all the other symptoms I knew.
Because if you would have told me that stuff, I would have been like. Maybe okay, something else is going on.
Or something.
What was happening was you were just tired, and I was like, "Oh, it's like wintertime, and it's kind of shitty still."
And I knew that I was,
that funk.
I knew I was clumsy. I knew like when I was riding and I was in ruts and stuff, I wasn't moving good.
No.
I was slow. I was clumsy. I wasn't if I got off kilter or something, I wasn't catching myself. But I also knew I've been taking my medication like I was supposed to. So I just didn't look at it. You just took I just took it, took out thing, took it. So now.
So don't trust your medicine that comes in. Look at it. Make sure you're reading it.
So this past weekend, this is the first race that I had since I've been back on the right medication, and it was like
I'm just
night
irritated
and
because
day
I'm wondering
different.
how it would have ended up.
It would have been way different. I'd have been.
And that makes me want to cry.
Yeah, all the money we spent to do.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Oh, I know. If I would have rode then for them like I did this weekend, I'd be fine.
Made me mad, yeah.
Because I wasn't that far out. I wasn't that far out for them. Little,
Right. Yeah. Made me mad.
I guess it is what it is at this point in time.
So check your medicines, people. Make sure that they're.
Anyway, we gave everybody a backdrop of my medical history.
Right, yeah. Matt's slow if he doesn't take his medicine.
Yeah, that's fact.
You're the first one to go in an apocalypse. You're the first.
But
yeah, so we're back on track with that, but
yeah, extremely happy with the riding. Yeah,
season,
extremely happy with the riding.
Yeah. So that was Broome Tioga. Not that crowded, so kind of hung out. It was Mother's Day, so I got a nap.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yep.
I got belated Mother's Day, all you mothers out there.
I got a nap that day, so for a little bit.
Yeah, well, I had so I was 1-1 on the both classes, but it was hard to lose the one class, and
we paid all that extra money to get those ginormous trophies that Lucas has in his room.
Yeah, he loves them.
He loves them. He's like, takes off. Lucas, we celebrated his birthday Saturday/Sunday because he turned 5 this past Tuesday, and he was very excited. I'm not so much excited.
Yeah.
So he will be racing for the first time
his first
ever
race
on a PW.
No, he did race at
not on PW.
No, it's true. Not
on PW.
Yeah, that's right.
He did not.
That's true.
On a Stasic, he did.
He rode there last. He rode
not race
on PW, but he didn't race.
All right. So this is his first ever race on a PW at Palmyra this weekend.
Yep. So
I'll be taking videos. And I was going to put the GoPro on him and probably cry a little bit and all that.
They have a nice 50 track.
I know, that's why I'm excited because then because we'll be running around all over the place and trying to catch him. But so will they allow them to practice Saturday?
Yeah.
And then they'll get after everybody else or during everybody else?
Well, they're on a different track, so
that's what I'm saying.
I don't honestly have any idea.
Because I might be doing that while you're doing
which is fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I think he'll be okay with that track.
Yeah, I think
the only one I'm worried about is that bridge jump.
The bridge thing, yeah.
It's a little bit steep, but I think once he gets past...
he does hills here at our track, so he'll be fine.
I know, but you know how that is.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll get, I think he'll be all right. But
yeah, he'll be fine.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
Yep.
I'm a little bit... I want him to do good, but then I don't want him to, then he ends up falling. We did the training at Burlington 2 times now.
Well, he did training with Matt Jackson last night, and it was frustrating.
Yeah, Matt Jackson. Well, that was my fault.
I know. I was,
So Matt Jackson came up. Thank you to Matt Jackson. He came up to our house last night and trained both me and Lucas. It's like teaching 2 4-year-olds. And I was skipping that one corner at our track, so it's so tight, especially for a big bike, that I was like, no, I don't have time.
Well, he didn't. Yeah, he rode it.
And then he kept seeing me do it, and then you were yelling at him, and then you were like, why aren't you doing this corner? And he's like, well, mommy skipped it. Wow.
Yeah, right. I was
like,
well, mommy's not doing it. I'm like, well, don't be fouling mommy. She's wrong.
So he finally did the whole track then.
Then once well, you know what actually did it? He told me he didn't start riding header, he was going to go nonites. That's actually because he did then he did a bunch of laps. And he looked at me and says, "Do I have to go nonites now?" I said, "No, buddy, you keep." So.
Well, but here's the thing. So I'm the one that initially started getting him on that track earlier this season. I think my training might be more effective than yours.
Yeah.
You know. So maybe I'm the true trainer.
Go ahead. You got more patience most of the time, but you lose your patience
Talk
too.
To him.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and then he tells me, and I'm like, oh, so it's either get over it, or it's okay, here's this, and then he's trying to figure something out. But no, he did. I think he's ready.
Yeah, he rode good. Yeah, once he got done with the trying to ride where you were riding, that's what he was really doing. Even the other corner,
which makes sense. I mean,
because you skipped out the first corner, you were skipping that too. So he was trying to go straight up over that. The same thing you were doing. And once he stopped doing that, and I told him he's going to go to bed if he didn't stop doing it, then he rode fine.
Terrible.
So.
No, so we're going to have him race this weekend, and then you are doing plus 30B and plus 40B. For the regular, it's just Empire this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does any other track do dual district?
Yeah, they're doing. We're doing Dual district with, well, actually, I think Pavilion's our next one. You should have our schedule up
Pavilion
right
is
now.
after Palmyra.
Pavilions, the next one, and that's dual district.
Okay.
We go to high voltage for a race, and that's one of their trains.
Where's high voltage?
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Okay. Let me look. Is it in
That's gonna be a fairly far haul. Yeah.
Higher than Area 51?
No, I think it's basically the same, 2.5 or 3 hours.
Right.
I know I don't know. Seems like we have some stuff coming up too.
3.5.
Yep.
3.5 is high voltage, yeah.
Is what it is.
Yep. No, I was just curious about
I guess I'm thinking we were gonna be giving some races for Loretta stuff, but we're not.
Nope, we're not
doing any more Loretta stuff. So
now I got to revamp our schedule, and then we did just decide that we are doing Redbud. July 4th weekend.
Yep.
So we're leaving Wednesday night, driving Redbud.
That's only 9 hours. Isn't that bad?
I'll be sleeping, so don't.
No, you said you're gonna drive.
Well, yeah, but once you get on the highway, but I'm gonna sleep until you get on the highway.
Jesus.
Like, I might as well. So we're doing that. Matt Jackson's doing the pro amateur there, and then you're gonna race.
See, they actually now I was looking this today there. They don't do it like Unadilla, where Unadilla has Friday is one moto, and then Moto 1's Friday and Moto 2 is Sunday for your overall for the weekend. They actually have 2 separate races. Like Friday is a 2-moto format and an overall, and then Sunday is a 2-moto format and the overall.
So we're leaving Monday, correct?
Yeah, we'll leave Monday, and actually,
there's no way.
And then we're off Tuesday too. Tuesday is actually the 4th of July.
I think I might be off Wednesday too.
Yeah, so the other thing I looked at too is pretty crazy, and Chad Reed raced plus 40 last year at Redbud.
That would be cool shit.
That would suck. That would be cool my ass blown away by Chad
Reed.
Reed.
Shit. So you're on the line, I'm gonna go over there and fist him and be like,
yeah. And actually, I want one of the times he laughs me, I want you to take a picture, like when he's right next to me, and I would say, "I raced."
One of the times.
One of the times, I raced Chad Reed.
While you're in front of him, right before he laps you. Yeah, I'll do that.
I raced Chad Reed.
That'll look good. Hopefully he does.
Fucking, I know. I almost me and Garrett were talking about it. See, because they have a moto combine. They do the moto combines at the nationals. I don't think it's every national weekend. Well, certain national weekends they have moto combines where like the amateur guys go there and learn what it's like to race at a national. So, and he was a coach.
That's cool.
Last year, so that's why we figured he raced that. So he did not race Friday's race, but he raced Sundays.
Interesting. So are they separate entities?
Yes, separate races.
So we paid. So it's $200 to camp.
200 to camp.
It's $250 for us to get in. How much is it for you to race?
I don't know that yet.
So it's another.
That's more money.
Oh my god! Unadilla is expensive. This is gonna be ridiculous.
More expensive.
That's fucking ridiculous.
This is actually your idea.
We're literally paying $200 to camp in a field that.
I honestly don't know, but I don't know. You don't know that. I don't think there are hookups. No, I don't think there are. But I don't know if it's actually. I mean, hopefully, at least it's a level like it's a decent parking lot.
Oh yeah,
it's
you're
not
cute.
like Tomahawk where it's
cute.
Here, pay $50 and park on the side hill.
They don't give a fuck if it's level or not.
I don't.
They really don't.
I don't know. You're talking about a national. I don't know. You don't know that. Don't just assume.
I'm not, but I don't think they care.
You are.
Here's another thing: so Budds Creek has the regional this coming weekend.
I don't think so.
June. Middle of June, second week of June.
Yeah.
So they have they sectioned off their diamond.
Well, but there again, I mean.
No, I just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it was like diamond, bronze, and gold.
And silver.
Silver parking. Okay. Yeah. And it was like.
I think it was gold, bronze, and silver. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So the gold, the diamond, whatever.
The gold
was 500, 300, 200.
Yeah.
So for $500, you were like right near the tabletop.
You overlook the big tabletop.
Yep. And you're near the restrooms and you're near the sign up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
For $300, you're not right in front of the tabletop.
You're like, you're
still near the bathrooms and still
you're one Yeah, you're one row back from the gold, and then silver's one row back from the
that,
bronze.
but still near the bathroom. Okay, but here's so people literally they just sold out their $500 section.
Yeah.
But you're in a camper.
And now when you say sold out, I don't know how many.
I would say at least.
I don't know if there was 10. I don't know how many.
I would say less than 10.
Yeah, I would say too, but I don't really know. And I'm hoping that they must have done some, like, I'm picturing the last time we were there,
so I'm thinking,
and there wasn't like spots there, so they must have done some work to this.
So let's say 5.
But it for sure didn't have hookups. I mean, there was no
hookups.
Right.
So you're spending $500 to get a view of the track.
It is insane.
Bathrooms that you're near, which you're in an RV, so you already have a bathroom, and near the sign up, which you can just walk to.
Right. It was crazy because people complain about money and they complain about not having, but yet they
line up dumb enough to pay $500 for that.
I don't know. Apparently, a lot of people.
Unless you're tent camping. Okay.
But even then, you're paying $500 for a tent camping spot.
Exactly. I agree, but at least you're like, okay, I desperately want to be near the bathroom.
Yeah,
let's just say.
Right.
Like $500 is still stupid. I'm cheap, so I will never do that. I'll walk a mile before I go.
And the funny thing is, we've been to Bud's Creek, 5, 6 times. And never when I pull in there have I ever thought I want to go down to where that stuff is.
No.
I've
always like back.
And there's been every time we've been there early enough where we could have parked down there. And it never crossed my mind to even park down there. No, because
it was just weird to like back out of and like.
It's just I don't know. It's tight down there, and I just never.
We kind of like to be. I'm like I don't like tight spaces. I don't like being right near my neighbor. Like
it never occurred to me to park down there.
Yeah, I'll just walk.
That's like premier parking, I guess. Now I don't know.
Like you sold out of that? Like
not to mention like. Okay, so you're overlooking that tabletop area, and I guess maybe that is a good view of the track. But like, up where we always parked, which would be you're overlooking. You know, that's to me that's a good like. I like that area of the track, that roll corner, and before the tabletop.
You can also just
and you can walk
there. So like if I really want to see a section, I'll be like, I'm going to be over there for a little while. I'm going to take some pictures. I want to.
Yeah.
I don't know. That blows my mind.
It does. I agree. It does kind of blow my mind. Also,
it's the same thing with like those other regionals had the hookups. Like Tomahawk had hookups for the weekend. They were $300, and I was like, "You're insane."
Yeah.
It's cheaper for me to fill my generator than it is
like in the water. Yeah.
And water for me than for me to pay $300 for the weekend for 2 days.
And they don't even have, that's not even a sewer hookup. That's just water and electric.
And it's not premier. Like it's not like a good spot to watch. Like
no, not as far as like Tomahawk. I mean,
no, it's like back end.
And now that's we did Tomahawk in the last time, our first episode this year.
No, I'm like they killed it on those diamond spots. I'm like I was shocked that they sold out of that.
I wasn't.
People
do seem to have
money that they don't need.
Money they don't need to have. Yeah. Right.
Like it's just ridiculous.
Yep.
But anyway, so that was part of the we cut off on that because of Redbud, and then we just paid for camping at Redbud. We have to buy our tickets yet, and then we still have to sign up for racing.
We can, yeah.
It's gonna be like an $800 weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. Make it be $100. It isn't gonna be it may be all together when we're done, maybe, but I mean, June 1st is sign up for.
And this all came about because Matt Jackson is planning on going to pro amateur there because he wants to get enough points. And I still want him to not have. I want him to have points to go.
Yeah.
But I want him to wait until after we come back because he wants to have him for Unadilla. But we're gone.
Like you said, if he doesn't, but I wouldn't mind doing Bud's Creek the following weekend.
I totally would. I 1,000% would. I would take Lucas and everything.
So if. So like he said, if he doesn't have enough for Unadilla, then he won't have enough for Bud's Creek. So you want him to have enough for Unadilla.
I know that's tough. I don't want him to go to Unadilla with because that would be so cool.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That would be his home track. But yeah, so we're gonna go there and have that 9-hour drive. And
I wish they now it doesn't look to me like Friday is a pro-am. I don't see any pro-am points Friday. Only Sunday is a pro-am.
So what would he race Friday?
And then he'll race an A. He just won't get pro-am.
Just to get practicing.
Yeah, he won't get pro-am points.
Okay.
It doesn't, from what I'm seeing, he doesn't.
Okay. Now is that is Redbud like a go-to pro-am to go to, or like
I honestly
popular?
don't.
Like,
I would say it's Redbud. I mean,
right.
you're racing the track. It's not Unadilla where you're paying all that money and racing an
okay, I was
amateur
gonna
track.
say, are you
You're
gonna be actually on the
racing,
track?
yeah. And I
Unadilla was a
guess
separate track.
the Friday you don't race the entire pro national track. Still race the national track, but they must
I would say.
some spots. But then Sunday you race the entire.
That's cool.
You race the entire.
Because Unadilla didn't do that, and it was kind of like, oh,
It is a little bit gay.
like
it is. It's
no. They're like, here, charge the fee, and
yeah,
but no, you're on it.
A lot of money, and you're racing. You're gonna race you. You're gonna race you too. You're gonna race the little tiny. And then they didn't. I mean, and not to I think we're going backwards, but then if they didn't even work it, they didn't work the track.
No.
They didn't rip it up. I mean, it was. I mean, everybody. It was. They were watering hard packs. They did not even rip that track for that weekend.
Yeah, so hopefully
no prep, zero prep was done for that track.
I mean,
but yet here we'll take your money.
Well, yeah, they're always going to take your money, no matter what. So hopefully that'll be a fun weekend because that's technically 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So that'll be that's an adults only weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is not going to be taking a 5-year-old.
No, but not to mention it is 9 hours. I mean,
yeah, there's no way, and I'll be irritated with 9 hours.
After about 4 hours, he's about had enough.
I'm irritated at 4 hours.
Even I mean, we'd love to take him. Yeah, if we do Bud's Creek, definitely want to take him.
Yeah,
we'll take him. But
Bud's Creek will be easier. Yeah,
but that's still 6 hours.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but he did pretty good on the Bud's Creek one.
Yeah, because he went to Bud's Creek. Yeah, so that's right, and he was actually younger then than he is now.
Yeah, so we'll have that's our only vacations this year is Redbud vacation. There and Bermuda. I said that's that one in Bermuda.
Right, as I say, you're
and then that's
Bermuda. So
yeah, well that's it.
Well, that's 2 pretty good vacations.
I'm just saying. Oh my god, because MJ said that he was gonna be Unadilla. I was like, well, I could give it up, but my fat ass is gonna be sitting in the sand the whole weekend, so don't even bother. Like, I can't wait to go to Bermuda.
Oh, I know, absolutely.
So, all right, well, we'll be headed to Palmyra this weekend.
Yep.
Another podcast next week, hopefully with some good results for everybody.
Yeah.
And then we'll see you then.
Peace out. What?